off. No worries, right, you can take that. Just try and see it. What's this situation? You can't say no. Exactly, discrimination under the Equality Act 2010.
Right, we ready?
Yeah, let's go.
Get it done.
One of their parents.
Claire, it's live.
What's that? It's a phone, this iPhone. I hate it anyway. Yeah. And just don't work no more.
Yeah, everyone's having a problem at the moment. You're actually through. Yeah. Down and up. It's going down all the time.
Tell you what, it's all in. Where are you from then?
Good morning or afternoon. We need to speak to a police officer, superintendent. We believe we've got evidence of a murder in this bag.
It's not a head.
It's not a head, no, but it's quite important information and evidence that we would like to speak to someone.
Senior.
Thank you. My name's Danny. Cool. CEO, okay. Just speak to an officer driver.
A senior officer, please.
Thank you. Yeah. Thank you.
What's the book, Danny? Yeah.
Okay, it says it on that. I've got paper to say poisonous.
Why does it not say it anymore as well? Why did you change it?
Yeah, that's got two boxes. I've got the boxes that said definitely not like they change it. It's up all ones with and without.
We went viral with the effort and they just pulled it off the box. Whoever comes out, might just get their name and a rank.
I'll leave that to you. If I find out, yeah, get them called out. I'll do my bit.
I think we show the warrant card first of all. Just before we
Stand
start.
up, is that like the wrong way? We're in the next station, yeah. It's not like the wrong way. Getting it off the wrong way. Yeah. They might only want to take a couple of this. Yeah. So who wants to do it?
You go through again, you're the one that's got it all in your arsenal. It's fine.
We'll see how we go. We'll try and get it.
Yeah, and see if that's someone different so they can see how you're approaching. If they
Well,
go
yeah, you've done,
Yeah.
so
It doesn't matter, we've all got
Toby knows the stuff, so it's how you use it.
when we've all got information to contribute to it. So,
Oh, there we go.
Well, yeah, you see if they want it, how many they want to take.
yeah. All witnesses to the event.
Oh, yeah.
All right, they're pulling the straws again.
So you've got sort of bullet point information there.
Yeah, I mean, it's just for the
It's
point
just
factual.
else. Yeah.
It's just factual. Yeah, I always listen to bullet points, you know. Yeah, but
Oh, that's fine, yeah.
What's it say, Tony?
Metropolitan and City Police Orphans Funds.
Christmas fun.
Yeah.
McDonald's.
Hi, Sergeant.
About something, what's happened?
We do. It's to do with the COVID.
Okay.
We've got sufficient evidence here that this, and from the government website, that this is mass fraud on the people. We've also got evidence that not only the tests, but the vaccines are poisoning us. Now we're here as fathers because we're all worried within the next couple of months they're going to start jabbing children. Now we know people are dying of vaccinations currently, so that means children are going to die. So we're here today. I've got a liability form for your superintendent, which is going to be served today.
Right.
I can serve it through you, or I will record post it. But what that means is, when that first child dies, all of you we've told, we're going to hold you accountable. And I'll lift my glasses up. We're not here because we're conspiracy theorists, but if you take it, I've got 20 freedom of information requests from every major hospital to record that there's been no deaths. I've got the evidence that the tests are sprayed in ethylene oxide, which is the most cancer-causing agent you can stick into your face. It's actually the main ingredient in antifreeze. So once you put that straw up your nose, it reactivates and causes brain cancers. We're dealing with a family member who had no previous health problems, was over-tested, has just died of a brain hemorrhage. This is going on. So what I would beg you, just to give us 20 minutes of your time, let us just show you what we've got. We'll pass it over to you. You can take an email from us, and then we can maybe pick up a bit of dialogue. I know your hands are tied, but look, our backs are against the wall here. They're coming to poison our children for no reason. Even Matt Hancock on Sky News said that children will not need to be.
I don't know if you're.
Well, that's not the attitude we want.
I don't understand what you want to report to us.
All right, so I've got
Sorry,
evidence from the government to say you've got.
Sorry. Should we just sort of clarify here? You're Inspector
Jones.
Inspector Jones. I don't know if you're aware of this, but currently, just round the corner in Bromley Magistrates Court, there's an application that's been put into Westminster for an arrest warrant summons for Matt Hancock, Whitty, Valance and Ferguson for pandemic fraud. Because it's actually been transferred to Bromley, which is the Magistrates Court, which deals with private criminal prosecutions. That's been deliberated at the moment by the chief magistrate, the deputy chief magistrate. It's been with them for a couple of weeks now.
Okay. Obviously, the problem is we don't, what evidence you've got, we don't know, we're not medical professionals.
You don't have to be to read this. We've put it in such concise layman's terms.
Yeah, but then we have to trust what you've written on there.
It's the government website. It's all from the government.
It's all sourced from the government's own website.
Also, I've got all the tests here, right? I've got tests from before Christmas where it clearly states on the boxes that they are sprayed in ethylene oxide, which is the most. If you go on cancerresearch.com, it's the most cancer-causing agent you can put into your body. So before Christmas, it was on the box. When everyone started finding out it was killing people, they've removed it from the box.
I don't understand what you want us to do about it.
No. What we're saying, basically, what we're saying is we're remaining lawful. But what we're saying is we're putting you on notice now that children will die, and we've told you. So when that child dies, we're going to hold everyone we're talking to today. It's not the only police station we're going to accountable for that death, because you have been pre-warned that a child will be murdered.
About that. I can't do anything to stop that happening.
No, but we can once the child dies.
But I can't do anything to stop that happening. I'm not.
Well, who do we go to then? Who do we go to?
Well, I just thought you said there was an application.
There is an application because we've got the evidence and proof that 377 out of every 100,000.
But the police, the CPS, and the courts are dragging their feet, and children will be dying. So the people are dying now. I've got.
There's an application at court today.
No, it's been in since the 19th of March. It's been deliberated on now.
Whether you have to let the law take its process.
I know, but
We are just police officers. I can't do anything.
yes, but what we're seeing from the police all this year, is you can do something about children's parties. You can walk into funerals and tear people apart, right? But you can't investigate. I mean, look, we're just family men. We've sat down for 2 weeks investigated this. We've got all the evidence, so it's very easy for you, and you won't even look at it.
We understand what you're saying. We've all got children.
So why are you not on fire like us then?
I can't do anything about it.
Well, that's not the attitude we want to hear from our police force. I'm sorry.
But I don't.
So we come here and tell you a child could possibly die, and there's nothing you can do.
I
So
can't stop it.
There will be people within your police, within this station, who believe along the same lines as us. You can't all get together and go to the superior and go, we think this is, and one station does it, a lot of stations. We've got ex-police officers. Check out Mark Sexton from Birmingham. He is speaking up. He's going to police stations.
Your children have vaccination.
They're coercing them. They're putting videos in schools to say that it's safe.
They can't make your children have it. We've got children.
Listen, they're coercing.
We've got children.
Are you going to let your children have that?
Are you going to let your children have it? Are you going to let your...
And I want to have it.
You're going to let your children have it?
Do you know about Gillick competency? Do you know what Gillick competency is? So it's where a child, if they're deemed intelligent enough and Gillick competent to make their own choice over their body from medical procedure, and there's no lower age limit. Check it out. There's no lower age limit.
They will not. I can
can guarantee.
Okay,
You're
listen,
guaranteeing.
I've got your laws here. I've got your laws.
So listen, let me speak because you've spoken. My children have had vaccinations and I've signed to say they can have them.
What, this COVID jab?
No, and the same for this one.
No, you have to opt it out now. They've switched it. So unless you opt out, it's consent. I'm telling you.
They are. They're bypassing
They've changed the
parents.
rule, I promise you.
Okay. We admit that people are dying now of vaccinations, yeah? So we can admit children are going to die.
No one's admitted.
No one's died of vaccinations.
We've got a leak.
It's all from the government. No, but yeah, but you're going around enforcing medical procedures on people, on yourself. So look, Office of National Statistics. There's been no increase in major deaths. They're pretty much the same all the way. Actually, when was it? In 2015, there was more deaths. So why wasn't there a pandemic? Okay, I've got 20 Freedom Information Requests, Bedford Trust. I've got Swansea Hospital. I've got Birmingham Major Hospital. I've got the NHS Stockport, all saying there's been no deaths. I've got there's Freedom Information. Look, 1 million people protesting. No one's dying. It's a complete scam.
No, there is. There's a fraud taking place. We're here to report a fraud and there is murder taking place. And we want you to take this in receipt. Pardon? No, this is a different matter. That is a different application.
Can I just show you this? Can I show you this? This might wake you up a little bit. So this is a letter. You might have received this letter, right, to come in to join the testing programme, yeah? That was sent out to a lot of people in the borough of London to take part in the testing programme. Up in the top, you see a Latin phrase called ipsis mori. You see that, yeah? You translate that, which is a Latin phrase, they die. So why is that on a letter to come in for testing? You can check this stuff out. Look, the one thing that's bugging me, this is basic research. And we're here doing your job. Basic research. It's basic. I can't get over how easy it is. Everything I've got is off the government website. They've just released that the people who've had 2 jabs will now make up 80% of the hospitalisations from June onwards. So they're telling you the people with jab will be the most at risk from dying. I've got it. I've got it in black and white from .gov. But you people ain't reading that evidence. You're the investigators. Why are we doing this? You're telling me you can't do nothing about it. Well, I don't accept that. I'm sorry. I don't accept it.
I can't do anything about it. There is no crime.
There is. There's fraud and murder has taken place. We're asking you to take this in receipt and investigate it.
So, on the government website, on the 19th of March 2020, it was downgraded from a highly infectious disease. On the 20th of March, they put us into the lockdown because they cannot licence these vaccines unless it's under emergency law. So that is why we're keeping in lockdown, okay? And then, as you go through, they say on here that the people who have had 80% of people who have had 2 jabs will die. This is on the government website. I bought all this for you to read. It's all there. Look, ethylene oxide, one of the most cancer-causing agents. It's on the it's on that. I hope you ain't been all sticking it up your nose.
This is what they're swabbing the kids with twice
a day.
In the schools.
And also, we have got, so we've wrote a witness statement, but we've also got a liability order for John Wild. He's the superintendent here, isn't he?
Yeah,
He's not? Who is the superintendent here?
Shepherd.
Can I have his name then? Because what I'll do is I'll go away and amend this and I'll record post it. But we're putting him on notice today along with the rest of the police station, and when that first child dies, then you're going to be held accountable for it.
Fine, I'll let Mr. Shepherd know, but at the moment there's nothing to report here today. I can't take a report to you because as far as I'm concerned there is no criminal investigation of this.
So what about all the people who've died? You don't care, do you?
I don't know what you want me to do. I can't investigate.
Are you not concerned?
Yeah.
Are you not concerned though?
They haven't died on this borough in the fact that if
People have died in your borough.
Do you know Pfizer settled 2.5 billion lawsuits for hurting people?
We're advising
We're
you.
advising you it's unlawful.
Pfizer paid 2.5 billion people for killing and injuring people. They've got the worst track record. All the other vaccines have never been released.
If you die of a heart attack, it goes down as COVID death. COVID has never been proven to exist.
How do you know no one has died in your borough of it? How do you know that? Have you investigated that? You don't know it, do you? So we're asking you to investigate it. You don't know the facts. You haven't got a clue.
If they are suspicious about a death and they want us to investigate it, then our CID will investigate it.
Well, what about attempted murder on all of us? We've all been.
If they say that there's suspicion about a death, they will notify us.
I hope you ain't been testing. I hope you ain't been. I hope, because the people who are making you test, they're killing you off. I'm telling you seriously. I don't care. This woman don't care. I'm listening to you. Have you been jabbed? Have you been jabbed?
Personal information is it that I don't have to.
Well, no, because we all have to tell everyone now. We all have to show everyone.
You complain to the health and safety executive, can't you? And you complain through the NHS if you don't believe it. And you don't have to have the jab yourself, and you don't have to give it to your children, which we can all make that choice in our own assessment.
At the moment, that's how
At
it
the
is.
moment.
At the moment.
At the moment, but then what they're talking about, if you don't have it, they shut you out of society.
Boris Johnson's already said publicly that he wants the whole world vaccinated by 2022.
You know in your heart where this is going. You know where it's going.
Now, look, I've got enough evidence, and can I tell you something again? I said it in the last place, I don't want to keep banging. From 2016 to 2019, I caught and convicted 104 paedophiles off my own back. So gathering evidence is my thing. I put it in front of the courts, I got men convicted. So when I'm sitting here with bomb-proof evidence, and you're telling me, you know what I can do, right? You're giving my kids a death sentence because they will be coerced into it. I'm not going to let my kids have it, but then what they're going to do, not be able to go to school, not go in shops, not go to football. Because we won't have a poison put in us. We won't be medically raped. Which we're reporting murder and poisoning of people. It's clear.
Sorry, what
I don't
about the
want to come
fraud? What about the fraud? You're not interested in looking into the fraud? That's a different matter. There is a fraud. There's a medical fraud. This country's locked down because of 97% false positives. So
You're
the test
fine.
does not
You're
work.
fine. You're all still getting a wage. You're fine. Our businesses are destroyed. Our families are destroyed. Good people in my family have been coerced into taking something they don't need. Now, it ain't been an hard year for you. You've not missed a wage, have you? You've not lost no family. Have you lost any family yet?
It's been
Well, that's quite fair.
We've had suicide.
No, listen. Police, McDonald's, KFC are the only fucking things that have remained open in the whole year. So it's a pandemic, but we can go to McDonald's, can we? I can go and get to my off licence to get drink and fags, can I? Can't go to the gym. Can't go to my health shops. You telling me this is right?
You know in your heart.
You
it
know it.
stinks. You know it, don't you? Come on.
And the fact is, if you do know it and you're willing to let children die, well, if there is an L, you're going to it. You're going to it. Because how can you not take us seriously? But
that's it.
Good attitude.
Can
Good
you
attitude.
identify yourself, please? Can you identify yourself?
Oi.
Can you identify yourself,
Attitude.
please? Sorry, can you show me your warrant card, please? You have to by law. Can you show me your warrant card, please? Can you identify yourself? You haven't got no name badge on.
Can you? Where are your employer? Have a bit of respect.
Come on.
Is this what's showing?
What's more important than this, really?
Yeah,
mate?
what you got?
Come on.
More important stuff than this.
What have you got to do?
All you
More
got to do is
important
make
than
tea, mate. Well, you ain't out catching nonsense, are you? Well, you got to go and break up a 4-year-old's birthday in a minute because you've got 10 people round. Is that what you're going to do? Because that's all we've seen you doing. What? Oh, yeah, it is. I can have 10 people around my... Thank you. Mate, I'll tell you what, you're an embarrassment to not only the police, to men, you little beat up.
Go on.
See, it's what you get.
It's on record.
Yeah.
Take the jab.
Well,
So, Tug, do you want to say something about that?
That's what we're up against.
But they don't care. You're reporting children could die.
Yep, and the cops been committed against them with the test.
And these people aid social services taking innocent children off people.
Yeah.
So there's your police, Bromley. They don't care. They don't care about evidence of murder. No.
Just didn't want to know. And it's sad, but we've got to do this. We've just got to go and keep presenting it. And then when the shit hits the fan, we can say, we fucking told you. That's all we're going to get out of them, isn't it? Let's be honest.
Someone just texted me saying they do have to give us a crime reference number.
an instant number.
But they're not seeing it as a crime, are they?
Brushing it off. They're giving us the admin of it. You know what I mean?
But it's still an incident. It's still an incident. So they shouldn't
Attempted
give you
murder, fraud,
if you
all
report
of it,
a
they don't want to hear it.
If you
It
report
don't
a crime
matter.
online, you get an instant number, and then when it goes forward, then you get a crime reference number. But they don't want to give you an instant number because then it goes onto the file and they've got to
Well,
do
in the
something
next
about
one,
it.
we'll force a number. We'll stay there until we get a number out of them. We'll say, no, we're not going anywhere until we get a number. We want a proper
We've got
response.
to get them to take the
We want you to
evidence.
take
If that young couple was there on her own, she would have been alright. We would have got through to her. Yeah, because you would say no if you
But
if
when
you
I
ain't had
said,
it.
come
yeah.
on, you know it's false. You could see in her eyes she wanted. Well, she went left then because it was too hard for her.
Well,
She
that
thought,
woman
yeah,
rolled
right.
her eyes when I went, children are going to die.
Yeah.
And she said her children
She
are going to
went a
have
bit
it.
flustered and that, yeah. Well, they might not now. That might have been enough just for her to say.
Well, if we-
take
if-
having it. You
well,
never know.
hopefully.
This is why we're doing it.
Hopefully.
Presented with evidence as facts.
Oh, the geezer goes to the 2 jabs though. Well,
I
stick
saw
with
3
that.
women.
Mate, he didn't know, did he? He's a receptionist at the end of the day.
Yeah,
Well, it's not acceptable to not got them to accept to take the evidence off us. It's not acceptable. We need to.
No.
We can't really try and force it down much harder than that, but we've got to get them to take that. Right. And get a receipt for it.
The next one.
Well, no, what I'm going to do, I've left it, I put it under the counter, but we got the wrong superintendent. So what I'll do is,
Shepherd?
I'm going to follow this up with recorded post to them all. So they sign for it, and then they've got it. So they've been served.
Well, you can say we've got it recorded.
We've got it recorded. Okay,
we've
we've
got
sent you the
nowhere.
right paperwork now.
Saying at some point, what did you do with that I sent you? And they'll find it on some pile or something. You go, see?
Well, and the world is seeing now that we've gone into there, we've recorded. So if the child dies in Bromley or Bexley Heath,
Yeah.
it's the police's fault. They was
we're
warned.
back here with numbers saying, what have you fucking done about it?
Yeah.
She's a stereotype, couldn't give a fuck.
She couldn't give a fuck. No. But there's no money in this. They want to go
What
do
you want me to
fines.
do? Like, it's just a fucking bang
She's
your head
a
against the wall,
robot.
isn't it?
She was a robot. Big
I
robot.
mean, even if they won't accept the murder, they've got to take the fraudulent paperwork on board. I mean, is it a case?
And all, it's,
Claiming,
no,
we
but
have been murdered, but we're aiming at children.
all the evidence is from hospitals. It's from the government website. I've not put no evidence from myself
I
there.
know.
It's evidence
They've
from
got to
them.
I know, she was like, how do I know it's true? And you're like, it's from the stairs. So you don't take it, you know.
Yeah, I'm not happy
brain
to
out
take it
figure
off.
out.
That's just not good. We've got to force it home. Or, like you say, we send it
She
on.
didn't want
And,
it.
We'll never get a superintendent to come down there. And so we'll have to record them anyway. And maybe and do official complaint as well.
Yeah.
Because that's a good way to go, isn't it? Do an official
We went
complaint.
with the crime and it weren't investigated.
Yeah.
We didn't even have
Well, do you
time.
want to do a little video about Whitty and Hancock's paperwork up at the magistrates court?
No, not. Let's stand out before I talk about that.
All right, we're going.
Right.